Long time ago there lived a king of Daha kingdom named Gurthamarta. He had two daughters named Dewi Gayu and Kandrakrana. Kandrakrana was a very beautiful and kind girl, but his sister was an evil. One day, Kandrakrana was engaged to a prince of Kiripan kingdom named Raden Inyukurtapati, who was handsome and wise. Made Dewi Gayu envied to his sister. Then she went to a witch to harm Kandrakrana. The witch agreed to do what Dewi Gayu asked. When Kandrakrana was walking around the palace garden, the witch came and cursed her. She transformed her into a golden snail. After that, Dewi Gayu threw her, which has become a snail, in the river. The old woman was looking for fish in the river using nets. When she was about to lift the net, she saw a golden snail transported. Then she brought the golden snail, went home and put it in a jar. The next day, she returned to the river to look for fishes, but unfortunately she did not get any fish. She was disappointed and returned to her house. However, when she arrived, she was very surprised to see a lot of delicious dishes had been presented at the top of the table. Heard over and over in the next days. The old woman was curious. She finally decided to find out who did it to her by pretending to go to the river. She hid behind her house and peeked at what's going on inside. Then she saw the snails turned into a beautiful woman and cooked meals for her. Soon the old woman came into her house. "Who are you?" asked the old woman. "I was a princess of Daha, were cursed by a witch into a golden snail," said her. After telling what had happened to her, she was invited Chandrakrana to stay with her. Made Prince Inyukurtapati confused and sad. He searched for her all over the kingdom by disguising as a villager. The witch knew what was done by him. She was disguised as a raven to disrupt the prince's effort to meet Kandrakrana. On his own way, Prince Inyukurtapati was helped by an old man who was great. He hit the bird with his stick until it died. Prince Inyu thanked to him. He also told the intent and purpose of his journey. After knowing what had happened, the old man told Prince Inyu to search her in Dadapan village. Afterwards the prince traveled to the Dadapan village right away. Arrived in the Dadapan village. He was very thirsty at that time. Then he saw a small hut and approached it. Suddenly he was shocked because he saw his fiancée was cooking through the window. He immediately entered the hut to see her. Very happy because they met and the magic was lost. Then the princess told what had happened to her, and she also introduced the old woman who had helped her to the prince. The prince was very grateful to the old woman. Then he brought Kandrakrana and the old woman to the palace. After arriving at the palace, the king was happy because her daughter had returned. He also knew what had happened to his daughter. Knowing his sister had been found, Kandragalu ran away from the palace because she was afraid of being punished by his father. Kurtapati were married and they lived happily ever after.